Are you using stereotypes or empathy in your Asia business? Hi, I'm David Clive Price, author of the Master Key to Asia and the Master Key to China, and founder of the International Business Passport System. So, what is your view of women, for example, in Asia business? Do you think they're treated as inferior to men? Well, that was my view, until one day I found myself on a ferry together with a friend coming back from Jeju, an island off the south of Korea, back to the mainland. And we were enjoying our lunch, surrounded by a whole troop of people from the island wearing their traditional clothes. Now, Koreans often dress in traditional clothes, rather like these, and the women in wonderful high-waisted, bowed gowns on weekends. And also, of course, for social occasions and for weddings, so perhaps they were going to one of these, or it was simply the weekend. Anyway, they all look terribly gracious, beautifully turned out, and the boat is pitching through the waves, and we're enjoying this lovely lunch on board the ferry. Until, halfway through the lunch, a drum starts. In the background, somebody is playing a drum, and then there's perhaps more than one drum, and I can see a woman playing a drum, and she's tapping away, bum-ba-da-bum-ba-da-bum. And before we know what's happened, one or two, three women, in their wonderful, gracious, beautiful clothes, are getting up to dance. And they are dancing starting to be quite vigorously, and getting the men up to dance. And the next thing is, I'm being asked, and my friend, to dance as well. And the soju is going, that's the potato wine, and a little bit of beer, some tea, a beautiful snack, so everybody's sort of warmed up and ready to go, and we're dancing away. This is traditional Korean farmers' dance music, bum-ba-dee-bum, this kind of thing, and they're doing this, and there, before we know what's happening, there's a sort of procession going out towards the promenade deck, coming back again with these women leading everything, all these in their gorgeous gowns, until we hear suddenly, and there is the captain of the ship, looking extremely stern, along with two or three male members of his team, of his staff, and they're looking, and not only looking, they're telling the women to sit down in no uncertain terms. Suddenly, you can hear really the Korean male stern tones coming out. And yes, for a little while, with a sort of grinning, the women sit down for a little while, and the captain goes off, although he leaves a couple of his subordinates in charge, looking very serious. But it doesn't matter, because within seconds, or at least, shall we say, a minute, the women are up again, and the drum is going again, and they're off. They don't care anything at all about what's happened. In fact, they're quite defiant. And we're up and dancing, and we're going into port, and the whole thing is a sort of declaration that women will enjoy themselves, and they will decide when to enjoy themselves, and they will not be told what to do by the men. So that's a complete revision of my normal stereotype I had until that point. I'd only been in Korea a short while, about Confucian societies where the men are supposedly the ones in charge, the women walk two steps behind, they do not inherit, the males inherit, they are subordinate, they are the child bearers, they're the shoppers, they look after the home. Well, we know these stereotypes, and they are all over Asia too, but it's interesting to know that not only in Korea but all over Asia, women are far more active in those family-run businesses, of which there are 80% of Asian businesses are family-run. They're far more active than we would realise. They hold the purse strings often they're power behind the throne, because they're trusted in the way that the male inheritor often isn't so trusted, or is a big competitor. So the patriarch takes the elder daughter into his confidence and lets her run the show and his office. So there we go. Stereotypes, women in business, be careful with your stereotypes in Asia business. Keep your eyes and ears open, and I can show you how to do that and to grow your empathy for the way Asian customs operate and what's really going on behind the scenes. So if you would like to know more, go to my website www.davidcliveprice.com, where you can find a contact form to apply for a free 30-minute strategy session with me by Skype or phone. And we will deal with your particular needs for your particular country, for your particular sector, because there's so many different countries in Asia, so many different customs, traditions, stereotypes to get through. And with empathy, courage and resilience, you will be able to get through them with me. Thank you for following today, and I wish you every success with your business in Asia.